All right. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Check, check. Mic. Mic check. Mic is good. Cool. All right. Test. Okay, good. Hey, everyone. This will be the live stream Q&A for the month of January 2024. First Q&A of the year to start it off. Just wait for a couple of people to bounce in. As always, I'm going to go through the community post questions first. There's only a couple, and then have at it. Talk with everyone in the live chat. Shirt of the day is Azraum. For anyone that doesn't know, that is all female black metal band from members from the Netherlands, Norway, Germany, all that. Tim Harper, hey, how's it going, bud? Thanks for tuning in. So, just starting it off here. About a minute in. So, as always, Bukovac. Oh, hey, Foster. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? As always, I'm just going to go through the community post questions first, get those answered and out of the way, and then I will interact with everyone in the chat after I've got the community post questions answered. Working on some noises. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you like the bit I sent over to you. Bukovac in the chat, he and I have the band Pythonism together. We're working on new material right now. So Modern Frontiersman. I'll answer your question. I'm gonna answer the community post questions then after you. Are you pretty? You're gorgeous, brother. You're a beautiful man. Good question. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me get through these community post questions quick, and then we'll start just shooting the breeze with everyone in the chat. So let's see, a couple here. I got one guy that's saying Dio is better than Ozzy. For Dio, yeah. I like Ozzy more for Black Sabbath, but they're both great. And rip Dio. ACR Protect, how you doing, bud? Good morning, Happy New Year. Happy New Year belated to you as well. He says, so we see that you like to get out and hike and explore. Do you ever go camping, or did the army burn you out on that? No, I love camping. I do it whenever I can. Both with like buddies' properties with their cabins and stuff, kind of getting away, but also just with what's in my pack and going out to remote sites and things like that. You have a favorite style of tent or shelter? So I use a satellite tarp shelter kind of setup. I do have a small tent as well, but I don't really use that. I usually just use a satellite tarp shelter setup with like a bivy bag and all that, and it works fine. For colder conditions, sometimes I'll do a little extra if I really need to, but especially with snow, because you can use snow as an insulator. So it's really easy to actually make yourself pretty comfortable, even in cold conditions. Preferred fire starter? Bic lighter. Other than that, I mean, ferro rod. They're fine. That's just the easiest, obviously. I also have a video on homemade tinder packs. It's an older video, but how to make homemade tinder packs with waterproof cigar tubes as the container for them. Go check out that video. Lastly, what's my favorite camp meal? Ooh, man, there's a lot of good ones. I have to say, a lot of the Mountain House meals are really tasty, but also, catching and hunting, fresh fish and fresh game and stuff. That's always a good way to go too. Just depends on the type of camping that we're doing and things like that. But there's a lot that's really good with that. So thank you for the question, man. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Couple more people. TRP Pilot or TR Pilot 06. What's up, man? How you doing? Tim Did you see where the Illinois governor issued an executive order to confiscate the assault weapons that that were just registered? Yeah, I did see that. And I still have some family in Illinois, and I'm telling them to get the hell out. Because that's going to get ugly real quick. So that is a sad sign of the times, that's for sure. Okay, next community post question. Some good comments here. From Tom Bonner. What do you think of running a red dot on your concealed carry pistol? If you're in favor of it, what dot do you like best? I don't run a red dot on my pistol. I CCW a Gen 5 Glock though, so it is optics dot capable. I do like the Trijicon RMRs. The new Vortex Defender isn't that bad. I've had a little bit of time behind that, being so close to Vortex. I go over there sometimes. That's a pretty good red dot, but I personally never needed a red dot before, so I just don't use one. If I were to get one, it'd probably be an RMR. It's Trijicon. They're nice. They're well made. No, learn irons first. I like irons too, because you really have to work at focusing through the housing and the lens of a red dot and getting that dot focus and stuff, which I can do it, but it's just, to me, takes more time. So I just open sights. That's just personal preference though. So it's a good question though, man. Thank you. Bust out the OptiView. Officer 47. Okay, so that was it. That was it for the community post questions. So there's only a couple. So thank you again for those that did leave a comment and a question for those. Hopefully I answered them to your liking. And yeah, now we can. Now I'm just gonna go back and forth with everyone in the chat. There is a 10-second delay slow mode on the chat, just so I can help keep track of the chat and keep spammers away. But fire off any questions you have in the chat. Anything you want me to talk about, whatever. I'm here for the next, up to 2 hours. So doing this just per usual, like I have been doing them. So thanks again for everyone for tuning in, and let anyone that watches me or is interested in stuff I do, let them know I'm live right now and have them pop in. And again, thanks for tuning in. So any questions, anything in the chat, like fire away. Let me know what's up. Yeah, as I was saying before too, Bukovac Foster. I'm glad you like that track, man. And maybe the riff ideas will give you some ideas. Not totally in line with the style of how we play per se, but I think there's some stuff there that might give you some ideas to work with. So it was just kind of noodling around, whatever, just a lot of bar chord stuff. And I was tuned in C. I love Line 6 amps. They just give really good tone. So I'm a Line 6 fanboy as far as solid state amps go. The Helix board is really nice too. I don't have one of those though. For like my little studio area, I use a Spider 4 Line 6 amp, and then live head, I have a Spider 5 tour head. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions, anyone? Questions, anything? Again, the shirt and band of the day is Azakraum, all-female black metal band from Europe. Modern Frontiersman, Ramones. Yeah, I grew up listening to the Ramones. I had all kinds of, and we've talked about it. I grew up, listening to music in the household, so all kinds of stuff. I had Ramones like greatest hits, which was like 30 or 40 songs on CD for a long time. I don't remember what happened to it, but yeah, why not? Some old school punk there. Some of the original punkers besides like Iggy Pop, which I've actually met Iggy Pop before, which was really cool. I was doing a sound engineer, like stagehand sound tech internship, and this was way back in high school. And at this place called the Kohler Arts Center. It's a performing arts center, and there was this spoken word tour kind of thing going on. And Iggy Pop was kind of in the group of people that were doing the tour. He didn't do any spoken word. He was just kind of touring around with the guys, hanging out. Really, really nice guy, down to earth. That was pretty cool. I've met a lot of cool dudes like that. I met Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell both before they died at the that was a Project Revolutions tour. Uh, that was back in '09. And yeah, those were really cool. Those were really nice guys too. Vukovac. It's unsettling. Freaking dig it. Yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to hearing what comes of that track with more layers and stuff, man. It's like 12 minutes long too. So, if you want to cut it down, you can, but I'm all for having nice long crazy tracks like that. Especially for the Pythonism project. Um yeah, that's fun to do. It's an interesting process to get those sounds and tones and stuff, but it's a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool layer for that track, for the one track. Hi, Kitty. Yes, yes. Okay, you talking? She's talking. Murder for Tears, man. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, cat. Chi Chi the cat. Hold on. Say hi. Yeah, yeah. She's purring. She's purring about it. She's purring about it. All right, go on, baby. Monitor for Tears, man. You were a band in high school. 20-minute song. Hell yeah, dude. I like long songs like that. And for like, especially for like doom metal and like funeral doom and stuff, it's par for the course to have some nice long songs just because they are such a slow tempo. They end up being long songs. It was stupid. I kind of want to hear it now, though. You've piqued my interest. um, Sounded too much like Led Zeppelin. I mean, imitation imitation's the highest level of flattery. Is that how the adage goes? Something like that. One round left. Hey, brother, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. Glad you're back on the tubes after your PP slap time out there. You Modern Frontiersman, do you listen to that band? Oh my god, why am I gonna blank on it right now? Greta Van Fleet. It's basically Zeppelin revival. I don't know if you listen to them at all or not. They play them on the radio sometimes. Yes, there's a 10-second delay again in the chat, everyone. Just helps me keep track of the chat, but also keeps the spam sex bots away. Meow, meow. Never heard of them? Oh man, yeah. Check out Greta Van Fleet. If you dig Zeppelin, you'll dig them. Tim Harper, you were in Branson 2 weeks ago. Went up for New Year's Eve. Nice little place to run to. Yeah, the Ozarks. I live a lot farther north than the Ozarks, but I'm not in Missouri. But I go down there to the Ozarks every once in a while for training and whatnot. Got a couple of buddies that live in that area. It is a good place to run off to. Wonder Frontiersman been on a 311 kick lately. Oh yeah. Hey, did you check out the I sent you some 36 Crazy Fists songs. I don't know if you listened to them or not the other day. Kind of a fusion of ska and metalcore and hard rock and stuff. Yeah, they're pretty good, right? That album in particular is a Snow-Capped Romance is a really good album. Kind of the vocal ska style in there a little bit. They're from Alaska too, which I found interesting. Not too terribly many bands coming out of Alaska that actually make it, or just bands in general. There's a few, but they're one of the ones that are in the earlier 2000s that kind of made their way into the scene. Beautiful state. Yeah, it is. I know. I want to go visit Ivar Bergman, our old buddy Ivar, Invasion Survival Alaska. I want to go visit him and hang out. That would be really cool. It is a beautiful state. I want to go see the Alaskan fjords too. Yeah. Bukovac likes some Greta. Yeah, Greta Van Fleet's good. For what they do, like musically, they're good. Yeah. That classic rock revival. And there's a couple other bands that are doing it too, but they do it pretty well, man. I got another buddy turned on to them too. And the same goes for like the old school death metal revival going on right now too. I mean, there are so many good bands that are just straight up HM2 worship and old school death metal revival, that are going on. That it's just the scene is really good right now. A lot of good bands coming out of Texas, Ohio, Washington, Oregon, some other places in the Midwest, obviously Florida and stuff, Arizona. Yeah, some really good scenes, New York, all that, some really good scenes right now. So really good revival stuff going on, and new stuff. So yeah, really good stuff. I enjoy it. One round left. What do I think about the return of Donut on Unsubscribe? I'm glad he came back. And that he's more conversational because he used to be very quiet. Cody, yeah, I'm glad he's back on Unsubscribe. That's it's an entertaining podcast. When I have the chance to put it on and stuff. And I think adding Brandon and Nick, Fat Electrician, and Brandon Herrera to the mix for the podcast is really good too. I personally think they're both better than Batty for that. But I mean, Batty was entertaining too. But yeah, no, they're a hoot. So I'm glad he's back. And I don't know if you heard in one of the last, I think it was the last podcast for the new year, that Donut's going to stop doing LEO recap videos sometime this year too. Yeah, yeah, better than Batty in my opinion. So you just search, just search Unsubscribe Podcast. That's what they call their podcast. They're on YouTube. Most major streaming platforms they're on for their podcast. Yeah, their stuff's entertaining. And then I really like, for like other more serious podcasts, I really like the Reconnaissance Cast, Reconnaissance podcast. That kid that's just interviewing a bunch of like McAfee SOG guys and stuff. Like that's really good. Obviously, Sogcast, John Stryker-Meyer, Sean Ryan. I really like Sean Ryan. He's going to have Christian Craighead on, or that episode airs on Monday. I'm really excited about that one. Yeah, there's some really good ones out there. BV Luminous, hey, welcome, brother. Wonder why, but I don't know. Yeah, one round left. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's just burnt out on it. He wants to move on and do other things. He's got one or two businesses that he's running. The skate shops and stuff, and all that. And I think he likes doing the vlogs more now and just hanging out with the peeps and stuff. I mean, it got him to where he is, but it's just like some other channels lately. They're throwing in they're hanging it up too. So just whatever. Oh, you one round left. You met Chad Wright, the 307 guy. Yeah, saw that guy first seal you met in recent memory. Yeah. I from everything I see, he's a pretty solid dude. I've met some other SEALs, and then I've got my cousin was Army Special Operations Green Beret, and then yeah, I've met and worked with a bunch of other guys too. So yeah, that's really good community when they're not total, buttheads. Gave you a sermon in Chattanooga, huh? Well, there you go. American Outlaw want to do a sewing channel. Hey, thanks for tuning in, brother. First off, I appreciate you, man. Dude, go for it. I've started doing some of those DIY videos, and I'll be doing some more here in the future too, because I still have some leftover Ranger Green Corduro nylon sheet, and I'm just gonna make some more stuff. I will need some recommendations or like requests of people want to see for like DIY projects like that. So I'll probably put a community post out. But I mean, those I have fun doing that, and it was cool to learn how to use that type of machine, because anything I've sewed before in the past was all by hand. So using an actual sewing machine it was a it was a learning curve for me. I learned how to use it really efficiently in like 2 days. Um, and it's just a standard consumer, tabletop Singer machine. But yeah, that's been really cool. So, dude, why not? I think the only other channel I see doing that is the SOE gear guys. So there's a market for it, and that's something I want to. Definitely something for you too, Outlaw, with your channel. Like, I'm trying to show people that they can make things for themselves and they can customize things for themselves that don't break the bank, and they can cater it to what they need out of equipment, because a lot of off the shelf equipment isn't necessarily perfect for what you want or need, so you end up doing modifications to it anyway in whatever form or fashion. So like I think that's useful to show and share with people, apart from the other stuff you want to do. So go for it, bro. I'd watch it. So yeah, BV Luminous says do it too. There, you got two in consensus there now. Yeah, one round left. Yeah, dude, Trey. Yeah, American Outlaw Trey. Trey's a good dude, man. He's a good guy. Woo! Got to do it for you. Got to throw the woo out. George Washington. Holy crap, you made it in time. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, bro. I'm only like 20 minutes into it, so I'll be here for the next, hour 40 or so. I usually do these for about 2 hours. Rousseau your Alice pack several times. It keeps marching on. Yeah, hey, there you go, man. That's a nice thing. Like, being able to know how to patch equipment and stuff, like that's important. It really is. Nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you guys are making connections. One round left is a really good dude too, and a fellow infantry brother. So, Outlaw, one round left. You guys talk too. Both big gun guys. You guys know your stuff. Um, yep, got to mod all your stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, nothing's ever like set in stone. It's like I made a scrim for my helmet, because like I didn't want to spend like 40-50 bucks for a cut up piece of fabric to put on my helmet. Like, I could just make one. So that's why I did the DIY video on that. Um, and just like other things, like the satchel bag that holds, 6+ magazines as an extra carrier, load carrier, as a simple satchel bag. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, like, makes it really, really useful and contributing to the team dynamic and stuff. Ron Stryker, hey man, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm good. How are you? Tim Harper, keep needles and thread in your kits, has been useful at times. Saves your rips and tears. Totally failing. Yeah, exactly. Thread wise, like, obviously, like a thinner fishing line. Otherwise, like, carry around a spool of bonded or double bonded nylon thread. You can buy it at Hobby Lobby. That's going to hold up a lot better than just your standard cotton thread. It doesn't rot. especially for patching up thicker materials, uniforms, and your tactical nylon equipment and stuff. Like that's the standard thread that they use. That along with like a size 16 denim canvas type needle. Really good. And, it's easy to have a little kit for yourself. You have buyer's remorse. You just bought quads. God damn, dude. This is like what, 40, 60 grand? My God, man. I got an AGM 14 monocular on sale for like $1,500. It's a Gen 2 Plus level 3. So, I mean, it's all right. Better than what I had overseas. So, Tim Harper uses sailing needle. Yeah, that's perfect. Yep, good to go. You know what you're doing, man. Just the bonded, double bonded nylon thread, because a lot of people end up just keeping like cotton thread in their stitch kit, and you need something a little stronger than that. PBS 31s were just fine. Outlaw, yeah, they were. Damn, dude, that's all right. I mean, you can just sell them right away, and you make all your money back. Lightly used and only dropped once, right? BV Luminous, get stainless needles and a couple curved ones for patching up yourself. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Have curved needle. Now, thankfully, I have a circle of people where I have multiple high-end advanced medics and stuff that can do all that stuff. In the team dynamic, in my core of people, I'm very fortunate to have some extremely skilled people in my group. Stainless, easy to disinfect. Exactly. It's also why, I recommend having a flask, have a little, Everclear or something there. It's not only good for a midnight nosh, it's good for sterilizing stuff too, right? It's got to be high ABV though. Outlaw trying to see if it's legal to do a raffle and $1 an entry and give them away on YouTube. Oh, that would be crazy, dude. I mean, you got the following for it. I think that would be feasible. You could do that giveaway. When I hit 1,500 subscribers, and I'm like 1,020 or something like that right now, maybe a little more. When I hit 1,500, I'm doing a giveaway. I am giving away an MFH brand Pattern 83 SADF style battle jacket LBE. The MFH one, it's a Canadian Chinese company. So it's not a South African made one, but it's the same thing. And I customized it. I dyed it and rattle canned it for Woodland pattern from UCP because it was a secondary issue thing to some units in the Army back in the day when we were still using ACU UCP. So that customized thing, I'm doing that for a giveaway, and then 2 other winners are going to get a pair of brand new Mechanics tactical gloves in OCP, and then a CamelBak hydration bladder. I think it's like a 2 or 3 liter bag. That's my giveaway that I'm doing at 1,500 subs. BB, tell you a secret. George Washington, anybody signing up for the spring or summer semester of One Shepherd for Virginia or Missouri? I would like to go do Winter Forge again. That's coming up in February. Anyone go check out SNS Training Solutions website. They may still have some openings for Winter Forge in February in Missouri. I'd like to go again, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time. And the price went up on it because they extended it to a 5-day instead of a 3-day. So that's another thing too, but I don't think I'm going to have the time to do it. And if it is, it would be last minute. So I know the guys at SNS, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. But for One Shepherd, I mean, I'd like to go down. Thing is though, even though I'm an alumni with SNS and we use the One Shepherd grounds and we train with the One Shepherd guys, like I still would have to go through their initial basic warrior course, which I get, but at the same time, it's like, look, I know what I'm doing here, been a grunt for a while and all that, but I would like to go down at least just for FTXs, because once you do the basic warrior course, and then having the SNS background, I can just go down for the FTXs, which is really all I want to do. Just some practical application and training exercises. But no plans as of right now because their courses have been getting booked pretty freaking quick lately. So, which is good. They're getting more known, and that's a good thing. One round left. Got water purification kit for the holidays. Can't wait to try that out. Hell yeah, nice. BV is just a sewing needle. I know because he's got some stitches in your leg. Being a dumbass. Well, what'd you do, BV? What'd you do to your leg? Yeah, it is. It's just a shaped, same needle. It's just shaped and curved. Yeah, it's easy to. His skin has pretty good tensile strength. Yeah, it's easier to just do it and not go deep. Yeah. Tim, you've done a raffle. Yo, gave away an AR. That's awesome. Ogre. No, you're not late, man. I've only been doing this for 30 minutes. I still got an hour and a half of this. Glad you're tuned in, man. Thanks for tuning in. And Duke of Tennessee, thanks for tuning in. He just send you the rig and bypass the raffle. Hey, maybe you'll win, man. Maybe you'll win. You know? I'll make as soon as I hit that 1,500 sub mark. I'll be making the video because I'll be doing the lottery for all the subscribers. One round left. Barely hit 500 recently. Hey, congratulations! That's good, man. You deserve more because you do some really good videos when you do them. You got to post and film more. Give away some art. Oh, you're an artist? You painter, drawer? One round left. We should trade paintings. Large ogre, you can use the gloves. They're size large. I mean, I can always exchange them out for whatever size someone needs, but yeah, they're size large mechanics gloves for the giveaway. BB for real now. George Washington, when's the next album drop? So there's a couple coming up soon. Pythonism, the Lovecraftian Doom Metal Funeral Doom project. We have 2 splits that we're doing this year. One is with it's a 3-way split with Inner Sphere and Fall of Gnosis. That'll be coming out in I think May. I just sent the tracks off to Dude and Fall of Gnosis, Justin Bolus. And then the other split with Athanasi that's been delayed, but they're doing their thing. I talked about that in the last update video. That split will be coming at some point. We're working on tracks for that right now. Bukovac, Foster, and I. Working on the Eldarion album. I actually have studio time this weekend to go do some more tracking on that. Beer Enema, which is like a grind project. It's a fun one. We're probably going to finish that up this weekend too, and that'll be dropping soon. Apossicum, we've pretty much finished we've essentially finished all the tracks, the scratch tracks anyway. So then we can send those off to the session guys, like Marco Petruzella, Lord Marco for the drumming. I think Jake said he had one more song he was going to write as well, so I'm on board for that. So it's going to be a good full-length album. Decoherence, we're working on an EP slowly. That'll probably be out later this year. So yeah, we're working on stuff. Probably the soonest drop is either going to be Beer Enema or something else. That's a little bit shorter. But yeah, there's stuff coming. Don't worry. BV have been there 214 and some. Yeah, exactly. You just stay home. Yeah, that's fine. You're a homebody, BV. It's okay. Duke of Tennessee. What unit were you in? Were you asking me or BV? I was 1st of 30th, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division. And then I was at the 19th Regiment for a while doing TRADOC, Coalition Cross-Training Program stuff. And then I've been a contractor since then, pretty much. BV, making a brake caliper for Hot Wheels, 1/64 scale, put an aluminum tube in the drill, plastic aluminum hobby knife to cut it. Oh, yeah, that's right. You do those crazy customizations to Hot Wheels. That's a heck of a hobby, BV. I appreciate it, though. One round left, dabble with oil and watercolor. Nothing real crazy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I used tempera paint, actually, one round left for painting. I like tempera because you can use it like a watercolor, but you can also use it like a gouache and kind of like an acrylic. It's a really versatile paint. So it's really cool. We should definitely trade paintings. That would be cool, man. Evie luminous, well-cut object in the cutting surface. Your leg. Ew. And a couple inches deep at the right knee, is short of the tendon on the. Oh wow, you got lucky, bro. Twin arrows, yo, hey man, how you doing? You returned tough and super lucky. You were very lucky. I'm glad it wasn't worse, and I hope you heal fast. Static TVA, right? Third ID to opt for us a few times. Oh yeah, what unit were you in, Duke, Tennessee? Yeah, yeah, it was always fun when we could do Op 4, and then the Operation Rattlesnake guys too. Did some stuff with them. That was pretty cool. So you take your credential subs as a meeting and request a one-on-one qualifying bypass. No, I mean they know me over at like One Shepherd and stuff. They know me. It's whatever. It's fine. I'll do their thing. No problem with it. Sometimes a refresher or learning things a different way is good to diversify, but also add to your knowledge and skill set. So there's nothing wrong with that. Book Beer Enema is an amazing name. Well, I know, right? We're in the North Midwest. It's beer is a staple hydration fluid here, so it's a fun project. Yeah, it's just some shit grind. Duke 10. Oh, second bat. Oh, okay. Right on. I actually have a combat scroll from them from some joint operations stuff we did on deployment. They gave me a honorary scroll, which was cool. BV did on 27th and sealed up on the 5th. Oh, okay, nice. Good. No, and that's the nice thing about the SNS guys and the One Shepherd guys. They're not, you're not going through like a basic training course or anything. They call it the basic warrior program or whatever. It's just their in doc to how they do things. No, they're really really good dudes, and they're in the understanding that you're an adult. You know, they're not treating you like some kid boot. Some boot kid. No, it's the respect is there. Vetting is good. So, Duke of Tennessee One Shepherd Leadership Institute is a accessible to the public private training organization. They have two locations right now. One's in Virginia, one's in Missouri. And basically, they teach you small unit light infantry tactics. That's basically what it is. And then SNS Training Solution works with them. They have they use Miles gear, functional Miles gear. So it's blank fire, military standard stuff, Miles 2000, BFA, all that stuff. Force on force training. You learn recon tactics, small unit skills. One Shepherd is also once you get further in their curriculum program, if you choose to do that, it is a leadership development program, which is recognized by several military units and stuff. Dude, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Miles that works. They maintain their stuff. It works. And then SNS Training Solutions has a Miles Warfighter program. They're in Missouri. They use the One Shepherd Leadership Combat Maneuver Training Center grounds for their events as well. They also have some night fighter programs with nods and stuff. And then they do Winter Forge, which is a winter warfare course. So I go down for that every once in a while. Not that I need it, because I live in the far north Midwest and we have like 8 inches of snow on the ground right now. But it's just I have a lot of fun doing it. Brent0331, if you guys know that channel, he's one of the Black Hat cadre now for One Shepherd. Pegasus Test, another channel on YouTube. He's a Black Hat instructor over in Virginia for One Shepherd. Yeah, it's just a good program that's accessible to civilians. And veterans attend too. Brent's still in the Marine Corps Reserve and he's a sergeant major, and he goes and he's a Black Hat instructor now, but he attends. And all that stuff. So it's a good mix of people there, a lot of good Americans that just go there and take those courses for training and leadership development and all that stuff. So it's worth it. Even just for some of the odd other programs, like it's worth linking up with those guys in the area or able to get to that area to do training with them. Yeah, their stuff works. It's awesome. BV, I mean, dude, I'm smart. I'm also a dumbass who uses his own legs to stop a razor blade. Hey, I mean, it's better than your head or your eye, right? Duke of Tennessee, Miles Gear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Willing to be up for. Yeah. And that's the thing. They usually divvy it up with up four and blue four. There's also, it's another small group called Light Fighter Studies Group. They're also partial cadre for the programs, teaching some of the specialized things. They're big commo nerds, and they like their night vision and stuff. They got some really cool stuff. They usually break it up where one or the other is playing op four, and then the blue four along with all the students and stuff. Heated, hated, whatever. Yeah. I wouldn't mind playing op four too, especially because I've been there before too. That would be cool to be on the op four side of it, and really give the students and the new people a run for their money. It's a lot of fun though. It's a big. I think it's so the Missouri one, because that's the only one I've been to, is the Missouri one, and it's in the Ozarks. Ullman, Missouri is where One Shepherd's training grounds are. It's pretty big. It's over 350 acres, I think, if I remember correctly, something like that. I don't know. It's a big chunk of land to train on. So, and it's all small team, small unit stuff. Duke of Tennessee did a Master Breachers course as well, Regimental Advanced Breachers course. Love to find a company that has the infrastructure and access to demo to teach folks. There's a couple of companies out there. The one, Brendan Herrera did a video with them a while back, and then I think Matt Best did a video with them a while back. It's a company, I think they're in Texas or Arizona. A lot of those companies I'm seeing, a lot of those are like in Texas and Arizona, and then there's a couple in like the Carolinas and Virginia and stuff. Usually centric around a big population that's into that kind of stuff, or big veteran community population. I think there's probably some in Utah and stuff too. Or they're close to where there's the hubs for military and private security contracting, to provide those logistics and training aids to those entities as well. So they're dotted in a lot of those areas. Not a lot of that where I live. And I'm still developing my course. I'm calling it the Ulfr course, or Wolf in Old Norse. It's basically small unit stuff too, but focusing on teaching people that have no training, advanced patrolling and reacting to contact, things like that, land navigation, stuff like that. Because I don't want to be like that entry level CCW instructor. That's not really. I mean, I enjoy doing that at times for people that I connect with and network with, but I don't want to do that full time as an instructor. I like doing a little more advanced stuff. That's more in line with what my knowledge is. Yeti's uncle, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Duke of Tennessee, that's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, I've got my fingers in a lot of pies. A lot of the people that do have known me for a long time know that too. So I do a lot of stuff apart from work. I'm also working on my third book right now too, published author. The other two books, it's private security industry related content for those books, and the third book that I'm working on with a buddy is in that same line too. Yeah, so working on that too. So I'm always doing something, and working to supplement and try to have multiple streams of income, even though it's slow right now, just because of the season and stuff. And you just had quarterly and yearly end roundups for clients and companies and stuff. So everything's slow right now. They're doing reconsolidations and everything else going on. So supplement it with other work that I do. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, Yeti's uncle. Yeah. Good stuff. So got a lot of that going on. Always busy. Try to be anyway. So yeah, 45 minutes in already. Sweet. Yetis all goes. Still find the time to strum or 212. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm super active in with music and stuff, and graphic design too. Yeah, man. I know you missed it. There's some releases coming soon, and there's a bunch of bands and projects that have stuff at different stages and in the process of getting new music done. Couple of projects are in studio time on and off right now, and then other projects we're in the writing process, um, or we're just waiting on other people to finish things or whatever it is. So there's a lot of good stuff coming soon. So it's going to be a good big year for projects that I'm involved with. So I'm excited. So I got studio time this weekend for a couple of projects, and then all that stuff. Ezra B, thanks for tuning in. Saw my video talking about armor, or the armor debate is stupid. Yes. Looking forward to it, Yeti's uncle. Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks. Glad you enjoyed that. Oh, also the songs for Grunt Proof, Randall and Grunt Proof. I did 3 songs and then some sound sampling for production for the Sear Challenge videos that are coming out. The first video of the series 3 of the Sear Challenge drops on the 14th. And my music will be in that as well. And the Grunt Proof soundtrack, those songs will be on there as well. I know he dropped one of the songs, and pretty good feedback from people, so that's pretty cool too. Ezra helped quite a lot. Good. I'm glad you can kind of see through some of the incomplete and contextually poor narratives and product shilling that's going on out there, and you kind of just see the bigger picture and understand that there's more context to things when it comes to especially protective equipment like armor and stuff, and that there is more to it than what people say all the time, because that's a problem in a lot of the servers too on Discord and things like that, apart from YouTube and stuff. Like, A, testing's not done properly. B, because of that, then they have this preconceived and misguided, misinformed, incomplete notion about stuff. But also that there's just more to it than that, both from the industry perspective and otherwise. So I'm glad that helped. Yeti's uncle, yeah, it's really badass, man. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm really excited for the stuff that's coming. So yeah, stay tuned. There's a lot of good things happening, at least for me this year. So even with all the craziness going on in the world, there's a lot of good stuff that's still happening. So music, we can always turn to music, right? Duke of Tennessee. Wait, you mean I don't need that $987 GBRS riser? Right? I mean, respect to the GBRS guys. Big respect to them. But yeah, I don't need it. I keep it simple with my rifle setups anyway. For my primary AR, I'm just using a fixed magnification RCO, the SLX 5x36. It's basically the primary arms poor man budget version of an ACOG. That's my favorite type of optic, and that's what I run on there. It's got a light on it. It's got a vertical foregrip, 2-point sling. That's it. Backup irons too, and a paint job, and that's it. Like, nothing fancy. You keep it simple. Just use a platform that works, is reliable and works for you. AK running irons, my FAL running irons. Like, if you can't shoot irons, you better learn. Martin for Tuesman, hey, thanks for tuning in, brother. Have you told everyone that you're breaking out in the porn industry this year? I've thought about it. Nobody wants to see that. Maybe they do. I don't know. That's hilarious. Uh, yeah. Duke Tennessee literally used dual tube PVS 31 alphas for nearly a decade with traditional EOTech mount, and it was never an issue. Passive aiming, yeah, exactly. I'm still using a 14 binocular, and you know what? It works really well. I don't need any more than that. It's fine. Yet he's okay. That's the only thing he's not doing. Yeah, right. That you know of. No, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. BV Luminous found out day before yesterday about that Michigan-born Russian spy. I'm still pissed about him. Yeah, I heard about that too. I need to find some more info on that, just because I've been monitoring some other things in the global, the global conflict sphere right now. But yeah, I heard about that. It's pretty messed up. Modern producer. No. I'm glad that you bringing some levity to the conversation. No, that was funny, bro. That was good. I appreciate the humor. It's good. That's good. And y'all make it fun. It's already almost an hour in. You're correct, Duke, Tennessee. Myanmar doesn't get any attention at all. Burma, Myanmar, whatever you want to call it. I've been following it very closely for several reasons. I know a couple of organizations that are in and out of there. We'll just say, but yeah, no, it's very much on the hush hush. Recently, though, funny enough, so the military junta forces in Myanmar actually accidentally shelled a Chinese city because it has a northern border with China. They accidentally shelled a Chinese city, which wasn't good. They're still trying to keep it brushed under the rug and stuff, but no, when stuff like that happens, people are going to take notice. And then there was another incident where a a Thai bordering city or village accidentally got hit by junta aircraft munitions. Lucky that they didn't hurt anyone. BV, fuck that for real. Yeah, no, it's messed up. It's messed up, man. But it happens. I mean, look at what happened with the military not that long ago with a couple of those dudes in the Navy and stuff that were spying for China and selling them secrets. Not good. And then on top of that, people don't realize how often cyber attacks happen. They happen almost on a daily basis, if not a daily basis. Uh, Service members and military information in general is still getting hacked into and cyber attacked regularly. It's a defense infrastructure that's not fortified and protected nearly as much as it should be, both on the personal information sake and sensitive national defense data sake. Yeti's uncle. If we can't laugh at ourselves, then what's the point? Yeah, exactly. Right? You're right there, man. Not like you could do anything, BB. No, but I mean, you're right in being upset about it. You know. Yep, I'm familiar with David Eubanks and Free Burma Rangers. Duke. Also, a guy out of my state. You know him, Ephraim Matos, Stronghold Rescue and Relief. They're operating there as well. There's a couple other organizations operating there as well, apart from them. But I know Stronghold and them, and a couple of other organizations. But yes, I'm familiar with Dave. Ezra, what about the conflict in Azerbaijan? Yep, that's going on too. Weren't Jordans used in mass? Didn't look into it. Yeah. There's still obviously the Nagorno Karabakh region and stuff. Heavy fighting going on back and forth. It's kind of like I would, for comparison's sake, I would compare the Azerbaijan Armenia thing to like Kosovo and Serbia kind of thing. Like back in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. It's kind of what's going on there in Azerbaijan and Armenia right now. But yeah, a lot of the occasional firefights, a lot of artillery attacks, and a lot of drone munition usage right now. It's ongoing. Not as crazy as some other places, but it's obviously it's a conflict that's going on. Kind of like with the Kashmir, the Pakistanis and the Indians, and the Indians and the Chinese, because they both have territorial disputes going on right now too. BB, we do not train for war. We allow people their feelings. Unfortunately. Now, we are still the most technologically advanced military fighting force in the world, but our combat readiness is not good as far as at the personnel level. It's not good right now. Duke of Tennessee. We're going to be living in Black Ops 2 in real time. I don't play video games, so I don't really know the premise there. But as far as actual black operations and clandestine things and otherwise go, yeah, a lot of that's going on already right now. Tech doesn't win wars. No, the people behind the tech win the wars. And whatever diplomacy that can be worked out at that level as well. No. You're not being a downer, BV. I mean, you have to be realistic about things. When it comes to this topic, you have to be realistic about things. You do. People will win the war. Militant Roots. Bruh. What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I am good here. What's up, man? Hey, not much. What's going on with you? I know there is a delay on the chat. I have that there to keep track of live chat as well as to keep spam bots away. The damn sex bots. I'm good, man. Yeah, not much. Just doing a Q&A live stream. Almost about an hour in, and I usually go for about 2 hours, so I got about an hour left. Just answering questions, chatting with the folks, having a good time. BV, back during your enlistment, they had huge push for allowing every rolling tar almost no instant internet access. Somehow Fitbit was allowed on post. Oh, yeah, that's just. I mean, that wasn't really even a thing when I was in. So. 2005 to 2008 was a strange time because like Facebook was just becoming a thing. YouTube was really just becoming a thing. Digital cameras were just kind of still becoming a thing. No, like people have it. It's very different now. Ezra, yeah, heard about the border issues between India and China. Something about a supply line through a mountain pass in India claimed, but China contested the movement. It was that, and vice versa. Well, there's a little more to it. Actual territorial lines at that. Certain parts of mountain ranges and stuff. Yeah, that's all part of that territorial dispute. Also, they're both trying to become a world superpower. Trying. So there's that too. They're flexing on each other. BV Luminous should never allow call me whatever you like. No, I mean, dude, our drill sergeants were smashing cell phones if they found them in the barracks. Like during like your initial basic and OSIT and stuff. Like, no, they would smash that shit. Duke 2007, and then I have several contractor deployments after that. I've done stuff in Iraq, in the Middle East, and I've also done stuff in Central and South America. BV Luminous, not even cell phones beyond the gate, my guys. Yeah, well. And now that we know, the whole Five Eyes, Nine Eyes thing and data tracking and all that was one of the things that happened recently with U.S. service members is a bunch of their data was sold at like 12 cents a person or something like that to China. And a lot of people have like geo tracking like geo-tracking games on their phones and stuff. Open information that's just sold. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A long time ago, man. At least that one was. My for Tuesday was the best time. MySpace was better than Facebook. I agree. MySpace, and that whole time period too, like your MySpace metalcore and MySpace deathcore bands and stuff. Like, yeah, it was a good time. MySpace death metal bands is that? Yeah, was better than Facebook. I agree. BV desperately is a speaking person to all my command structure from back then. Yeah, that's why they went so damn soft. I mean, a lot of it was even above them, but yeah, there was a lot of command that was. There's a weird shift back then. ROE changing in 08 was not good. Duke, your last deployment was 2019. I mean, I've had contractor deployments and stuff since in more recent times, but yeah, no, I've been out of the military since 2008. So, Mod for Tuesday, especially for musicians, yeah. MySpace is locally known to music, yeah, exactly, and that's why I like Bandcamp nowadays, because you can directly support an artist, a band, and it's a good way to get out there into that space because it's a massive platform. Apart from the other streaming platforms, but we've talked, I don't like them nearly as much. They don't pay nearly as well. Um, so, but yeah, I mean, social media otherwise for marketing and stuff. I hate social media, but yeah, it is a good marketing tool, and MySpace was a big start of that. Absolutely. BV Luminous, guys, why do you follow in order? You should know not follow that will lead to the Lost War. Yeah, as far as command goes, yeah, and them even giving that order. Not you, but No, I do know. Yeah, I get it. The whole ROE thing was the biggest problem. Like that guy is either got a command detonator or he has had a weapons in his hands or whatever, and you still can't engage him. Come on. Apart from like after a while, like especially in Baghdad and stuff, they wouldn't allow us to even use 40 mic grenades. We can use our 203s. We couldn't use Mark 19 or anything after a while. It was in that transitional period when I was in, so. Yep, absolutely, BB. You are right. I'm not missing any comments here, am I? No. Okay. I think it looks good so far. Looks good so far. Duke of Tennessee, we never had ROE issues. But I heard certain folks did, and it sounds like it sucked. Yeah, I was flip-flopping back and forth a lot back then, especially around that 08 period and onward from there. It was flip-flopping back and forth every other freaking couple of months. As would be BRICS versus NATO. Do you think that's an issue in the future of Cold War too? Yeah, I do. It's already started. I had made a community post comment, and it was a while ago, but it was I think it was like a 7-point thing as far as what Cold War II, World War III would be. We're already at 0.5. There's like 2 points left to go, basically, till full blown conflict, at least for our involvement directly again. Economic warfare, that's already happening. Psychological misinformation, propaganda campaigns, psychological warfare, that's already happening. Testing and development of new military weapon systems, that's happening. Proxy conflicts tied in with all of that, that's happening. And there was one more. Diplomatic instability with former trade and economic partners and nations and other countries in the diplomatic position. That's already happened or happening. So that's 5 points down. We have 2 more left. One is going to be a significant catalyzing event that further pushes towards that. And then the next after that would be declaration articles, Article 5, declaration of war and direct conflict. So we're only 2 points away from it. Atomic clock is closer than it's ever been to midnight, whatever, the atomic clock thing as well. So take it for what it is. It's information. Marta for Tearsman, ROEs were damn near non-existent in Ramadi. No, I know. And it changed. It changed exponentially over those couple of years. Like 06 to 08, 09, like that was a big shifting period for that stuff. Obviously, because Baghdad's a lot bigger city, it was much more protected and structured at the time too, and stuff compared to outlying cities like Ramadi and stuff, and just where the intensity of conflict was, where the bad guys moved to, where groups would pop up, where foreign fighters would flood into, just all that stuff factored into what was needed for ROEs, as well as just understanding the battle space and the necessity for certain types of operations and stuff. We did a lot of route clearance too, just keeping Route 1, Highway 1, keeping Route 1 open. That was a big pain. A lot of bombs. Our EOD guys were very busy. That's when they really started popping up, was around that time period too. HVT raids, well, that's different from your standard infantry patrols and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we assisted JSOC and Rangers at on multiple HVT raids, perimeter security and whatnot else. HVT raids are always you gauge everyone moving to a position of advantage. Basically, man, you kill anyone. Yeah, basically. When it comes to raids, that's different than your standard patrolling and reacting to contact and things like that. Just the general, in that general sense, is what we're talking about a lot of. Radical Rifleman, hey, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Glad you could catch it. How you doing? Marty for Tuesman, now we can use tanks and stuff much due to too much collateral damage. And other than that, it was the Wild West. Yeah. You could deny the enemy cover concealment, deny them their logistics and all that stuff. A lot of that's changed because now it's all the PID stuff and everything else. Radical Rifleman, making it, bro. Hope you're well. I'm good. Yeah, doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I'm glad to hear that you're making it. One day, one step forward, right? Hopefully your doctors start, getting some more stuff figured out for you, man. Ezra, just going to enjoy the little things in life while you can. Long rest through the state parks, BBQs with the family, cruising through Amish country. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we have a pretty good Amish population here where I'm at. Yeah, they've been coming in slowly more and more over the last few years. So there's quite a bit of Amish population here. Excellent craftsmen. I hand it to them, man. They work hard and they make good stuff. I'm the same way. I love hiking, camping and all that. And we were talking about that a little bit earlier. Love cooking. I shared that recipe, my Chipotle chicken stew recipe with people if they saw that in the community tab on my channel. Marty Fortizza dropped a JDAM on a single sniper once. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. We had a lot of Apache helicopter support actually when I was there for that deployment. It had a bit of Navy F-18 support and stuff too, but a lot of helicopter support. Duke of Tennessee, damn Amish. I mean, I don't follow their personal beliefs or anything, but they're better than some other groups. I'll just say that. They like to be left alone, which I can also respect. I like to be left alone too. Yeah, they're spread out everywhere. They've spread out quite a bit. PV Luminous, figure humanity is docile enough that we will, for the most part, enjoy a relatively quiet life watching the news. Yeah. I get my news I get from human intelligence and open source intelligence. There's a lot of intelligence and reports and all that stuff. Like I don't watch the news. Yeah, up to the neck where you're at. Oh, I can believe it. Yeah, they've spread out quite a bit, and they're all over. Their food is good. I appreciate the German, Dutch, Scandinavian food. That is definitely something I'm big on. Ooh, okay. So cool thing for people to give a try. Okay, so you get some like rye bread squares, or you get some nice like flatbread crackers or something like that, and then get some salmon locks, smoked salmon, or um, maybe some nice like tuna fillets or whatever. You put a little bit on there, and then you put lingonberry jam on there. Okay, and then you take a piece of cheese, usually like a justoleppa, which is a baked cheese, or you can do like a Norwegian brown caramel cheese. They kind of come in like these cubes. They got like red wrapper with a dude skiing on it. That Norwegian caramel cheese, it's sweet and it's dense, really good. You put that on there too, and you have a nice snacking smorgas. Really, really good. Highly recommend to everyone. That's one of my other favorite little snacks that I have on occasion. Ezra B. Bill Barnes. Yeah, good carpenter. Yeah, we just talked about that. Practical Rifleman. The news is just millionaires being told what to say by billionaires. Those I pay attention. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of people who are watching the news that shouldn't watch the news. You know, a lot of people that need to get wise fast, but not everyone can be a rocket scientist. Not everyone can be a ditch digger, I guess. BV, FH, quarter each, whatever. Modern frontiersmen like to do business with the Amish as much as possible. In my experience, they tend to be more trustworthy and honest. Yeah, typically, yeah. Be nice if they washed a little bit more. Because I've had encounters with them. One of the uniforms contracts when I was working federal contracts. Sometimes I would go work at a Social Security Administration to cover for people, and sometimes they would come in um, for like marriage related stuff or whatever. And I mean, yeah, very nice people, and I can understand what they say because I speak German too. Um, and the ones that aren't speaking Pennsylvania Dutch are usually speaking German. But either way, I can understand about 80% of what they're saying anyway. Um, but yeah, they don't smell the greatest. That aside, they are nice people generally. Generally, so you'll get some ornery types, but you get that with anyone. BV prices might be going up a bit in the next few months due to the recent storm activity. Yeah, well, and if you didn't see it, I'll post it in my community tab tomorrow. There was a newsletter that came out from the parent company that owns Federal, Remington, and a couple other company ammo manufacturers. There is a major price hike increase coming for ammunition, so people need to be warned about that. Two Alpha Solutions. Hey, Jared, brother. Hey, how you doing, man? Haven't talked to you in a minute. Hope you're all right. Brother just got here driving home late as usual. What we're talking about tonight. Anything and everything, brother. We talk about anything and everything here. You're just in time, though. There's still easily a good 45 minutes of live stream here left. Practical Rifleman, lots of Mennonite. Yeah. Out in your area, a lot of Mennonites, yeah. Duke of Tennessee is also a ton of. Yeah, there is unfortunately there is that abuse in that community. You see it with some of the LDS types too. You do see that, and that's not good. So that needs to be fixed. That needs to be corrected. That is a problem that needs to be handled. Need to raise them right. Yeah. More people coming in. I appreciate everyone who's coming in. Any more questions? Anything? Fire away. Fire away. If you're driving, focus on driving. Be safe. Have me play in the background, but you go hands free. Focus on driving. No, it's like that when I'm driving. Like if somebody's calling me, I'm not going to answer. I'm either going to pull over to answer it, or I'm not answering it until I get to my destination. I'll call them back. Don't be having your phone in your hands while you're driving. Yeah, dear, fire away instructions include to the desktop. Desktop. Hey, you got any questions? Whatever, man. Fire away. Yeah, send it. Any questions? Whatever. That's great. Desktop. I haven't watched the other guys in a minute. I should watch it again. It's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Why doesn't Duke for Tennessee? Why doesn't the tactical culture embrace hunting, trapping, basic bushcraft? Well, some do. I do. A lot of people I know do. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff like with in the media space, YouTube and everything. There's a lot of stuff they're not showing because they're doing their niche of things. But more and more, you're seeing people actually embrace the greater picture when it comes to outdoorsmanship and the tradecraft and things like that. Modern frontiersman, Stoker Matic, even Dirty Civilian a little bit. He's been branching out a little bit more, which I like to see. I don't really watch him, but some of the videos that I've seen pop up or whatever, like so there is that, but it's a slow process for certain types of people. Because there's some people in the technical space that really aren't outdoorsmen. They really aren't all that into it, and there's some that are. Um, just like in the military, a lot of guys that they're city slickers, right? So kind of the same thing. There does need to be more exposure to that and more intake of that stuff. General snobbery. I mean, sometimes yeah, but it's not going to get them that far because they're not as widely skilled as they think they are. Ezra, great grandmother left the Amish community. Grandma, they had excommunicated her. Don't know how accurate that is. Is that sort of business common? It can be. It can be. Well, it's like after, like with Rumspringa, when this is like the first time like Amish teenagers are able to like go out on their own and actually like be in modern society more or less. I mean, they are a lot anyway because of work and things like that, but like modern society, and like go party and all that. And if you choose to stay in modern society, you're excommunicated. Um, there's other reasons that could happen, child out of wedlock, things like that too. Yeah, for the Amish. BB Luminous, maybe as fake as the birds. Fake meme though. Psyop. It's funny. BB, most people that like firearms also like the outdoors a lot. Yeah, exactly. Most do. They just don't show it on their channels. There's always a couple though that aren't. No, yeah. Practical Rifleman, I tell you, some backcountry hunters are more squared away than anybody you'll meet. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They they are out there and they're largely on their own. So you gotta be pretty good at what you do and have your skills and have the equipment that you need. TR pilot also a considerable amount of the attack community is civilians, regular people pretending to be tier 1 SF operators in front of the mirror. Of course, not all, but there's a considerable amount. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they're still developing their personal skills and knowledge base. And they shouldn't put on a show, that's for sure. You got to be transparent. TR pilot, going back to the why doesn't the tactical culture embrace hunting trap and basic bushcraft thing? Yeah, exactly. BV Luminous, whereabouts do I live? East Coast. No, I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the North Midwest. Great Lakes area. As you find a lot in certain Midwest and Western states. Yeah. I am Wisconsin. Probably helping our bias. Well, I mean, but typically, if you're not living on the coasts, notwithstanding, the Southeast and stuff, but typically living on the coasts, a lot of those people aren't nearly as much of outdoors people as us, in the middle of the country. More so. Not saying that they aren't per se, it's just more so we are. Yep. Yeah. I mean, people in the East and West Coast still get outside plenty, but it's just there's a lot less for them to do out there per se. There's not as much open land and whatever else. Something you learn about the Midwest is that y'all are just Southerners that talk funny. Oh yeah, you betcha. And watch out for deer, eh? Very similar in a lot of ways. Although, some of like the regional cooking and stuff. And I was talking to Modern Frontiersmen and stuff earlier about that. Like we can't grow certain greens like they can in the South or for a very short time during the year up here. So our diet and the food that we eat is very different apart from what we buy in the store and stuff. But we don't have the same recipes. We don't have some of the same things, and some things we have more of an abundance of. We have a lot of freshwater fishing up here that's really good. The game hunting is great. Our white-tailed deer are huge. We have really big deer up here. Really good hunting up here for the season. We got turkeys abound. We got grouse, all that stuff. You don't see grouse too much down south. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you live in the South, let me know if you have grouse down there. We have grouse up here. Like Montana, Michigan, Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas. Yeah, absolutely. How are the trout waters? Dude, we have amazing trout fishing up here. We have both wild and stocked DNR, Department of Natural Resources, supported and stocked trout streams and stuff up here. It's fantastic. We also have some freshwater salmon and stuff too. And again, we got Lake Michigan and Lake Superior and everything right here. So large Great Lake bass, muskie, walleye, perch, you name it. Really good fishing up here. Practical Rifleman, we were hunt in the Rockies a few years back. Nice. When my buddy, who was fresh out of MARSOC, we were backpack hunting on a 12K featured mountain, camped up top, 80-pound rocks. We were in good shape, but it smoked us. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, your legs, your legs, hips, and back must have been screaming. That's some good stuff, though. I love a challenge with hiking. I do. It's not like I'm going to try and hike the entire Pacific Crest Trail. I think that's just kind of ridiculous. But at the same time, like, no, I like that kind of stuff, though. Like, we don't have mountains here, but we have hills and highlands. We get a little bit of elevation. BV Luminous, no, not really. It's more of a northern thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's like the smorgas thing, the thing I threw out there earlier that we do that you don't see that a lot of other places. It's very much a Scandinavian thing because there's a lot of that up here, a lot of that culture up here, German, Scandinavian, and Polish and stuff. Lutefisk is a thing up here, which for anyone that doesn't know what lutefisk is, it is a fish that's cured in lye for a while, and then break it out, eat it. It's not quite like the Icelandic thing that they do, or like surströmming. It's not quite like that, but kind of similar at the same time. Dude's Rockies, yeah, it smokes anyone. Yeah. Duke of Tennessee, I raise squirrel dogs and hunt deer, run trout lines every year where I live. You do have grouse, one of the last good quail populations east of the Mississippi River, as well as trout bass. You in the Dakotas, Duke? Because there's really good like pheasant and quail up in over in like South Dakota and stuff. I'm technically east of the Mississippi River as well, but yeah, we have really good fishing up here. Practical Rifleman, everywhere we went, we kept running into a white-haired man trucking along, getting there before us. Watched him top the peak twice. Yeah, mountain men, man, that's awesome. You got to be pretty tough to live in the mountains. I love the mountains; they're beautiful. It would take me a long ass time to get used to the altitude, though. TR Pilot, if you were a fish, what kind of fish would you be? What kind of fish would I be? A barracuda. I would be a barracuda. If I were going to be any kind of fish, like a fish, I would be a barracuda. Although, are sharks fish or are they sharks? Are they technically fish? Because then that opens another ball game set there too. BV or higher. BV. That's where I'm moving back. Grew up in the Rockies. Oh, nice. Yeah. Milton Roots, pretty decent trout fishing here, Appalachian State, Virginia. Yeah. I know Tennessee's got some pretty good fishing too. Yep, lutefisk. Love it. Fix Blaze just got cleaned up from getting thrown at me. Thanks for tuning in, brother. And dang. Just another day, right, bro? Man. That's got to be a pain in the butt. You have to go change uniform and desanitize and all that after you have to deal with poop casos. Sucks. Duke of Tennessee, no, Tennessee. Oh, yeah, okay. Duke, you don't have pheasant. Yeah, we have pheasant up here. South Dakota has some of the best pheasant hunting in the country. Tennessee's gorgeous. I got a buddy, former Captain Army Medak. He lives over in Eastern Tennessee, over in Johnson City. So every once in a while, I'll take a trip out there. It's been a couple of years though. Milton Roots, fish. Yeah, sharks are fish. Well then, fuck yeah, great white. If they go bloop bloop, so say something. To your fun. Great white, yo. Tiger sharks are cool too. Barracudas are cool. I like barracudas too. And they're tasty. You ever get the chance, eat some shark, eat some cuda. Last time I was in Florida, I went marlin fishing. That was a good time. Damn, hour and a half already. We're trucking along. We are trucking along. Good amount of people in here. I appreciate everyone again for tuning in. Dude, swordfish is amazing. Yeah. Grilled swordfish, man. Arizona, surprise you. Arizona, Milton Roots, pretty decent amount of pheasant. Really? Okay. See, I didn't know that. I've only ever been to I've been to Phoenix once, and then I've been to Sedona, Sonoma, that whole area, a little farther north, like outside of Flagstaff and stuff. Real pretty up there, real pretty. I would not mind going back for a nice hiking trip and meet up with some people to shoot and stuff. Pretty good gun culture down there. I didn't realize that Arizona had that much pheasant. That's good to know. Yeah, we have it pretty good up here. We got a lot of pheasant. We got grouse, a lot of grouse too. Some quail. Just good land up here. Good good abundance of game, whether hunting, trapping, fishing, whatever. Because we also have beaver and woodchuck and all that up here too, and all that stuff. Bobcat. We do have mountain lions, cougars, the big cat type, not the attractive divorcees, although we have those too. But we got big cats up here too. Even though our DNR says there aren't any, no, they've been spotted on multiple game cams, and there's one spotted actually in a city not terribly far from me a couple of years back too. Further north, we got moose, but we got whitetail everywhere, big old whitetail. Black bear, we got black bear. As far as anything like dangerous wise, besides large animals, not really. Occasionally in the lower quarter of the state, occasionally during the warm season, you'll see a timber rattler every once in a while, but those aren't very common anymore. Really, all we have to look out for are ticks and black widow spiders. It's too cold up here for like brown recluse and stuff. We don't have none of that. No, I'm in Wisconsin, so Minnesota to my west, Canada to my north, Lake Michigan and Michigan. We got the UP, Upper Peninsula. We got the UP in Michigan that connects to us and then loops around to the other side of Lake Michigan for Michigan, and then Illinois to our south, and then Iowa to southwest. We do have a highway that connects down into the top northeast corner of Iowa. Dubuque connects through to Wisconsin. I got a lot of family in the Quad Cities of Iowa too and stuff, so we're kind of the last batch. I mean, Iowa's all right, but we're kind of, Minnesota's got great hunting and fishing too, but it's not great to live there anymore, unfortunately. At least where the majority is in the Twin Cities, the Twink Cities. We're kind of the last bastion state here. We're surrounded by all kinds of fuckery, but we're keeping it real here. So nothing red's got you. Your mom's side of the family live all around Madison. Oh, cool, nice, very good. That is a fun town. A lot of really good food and music culture, food and music scene in Madison. Really good. And then I lived in Milwaukee for a while too after I got out of the Army. Back and forth between Milwaukee and Chicago. I don't go to Chicago anymore unless I absolutely have to, though. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it up here though. I love it here. And like I said, we got like probably about 8 inches of snow on the ground right now, and temps are supposed to drop. It's been in the like 20s and stuff, teens and 20s. We're supposed to have our cold snap finally come through, so they'll be starting to hit -10, -30 at night kind of thing. That's what I love. I love it. I love winter. Keeps the riffraff away. You get more peace and quiet. There's just something about it. I don't know. I'm in my element in those conditions too. I really enjoy it. So, and every time I hear someone complain about the weather, I'm like, why do you live here? Go move somewhere else. More for me. I love it here. Anyone else got any questions or anything? Still got about 30 minutes left in my live stream here. Questions, other conversational topics, whatever, fire away. Hopefully instructions are clear. Dust pop! Yeah. Great food up here. Short growing season. Yeah, as far as agriculture goes, yeah, it's relatively short. But there's you could do a lot of really good guerrilla gardening though. And there is a lot of really good foraging year round, even with the cold and stuff, like, and the hunting and fishing and everything. It's fantastic. So you definitely get good at jarring and canning and stuff up here, to preserve stuff though. That's pop. What ammo does my Tika like? It likes the Norma 308. I've got Federal I forget the exact type. It's the soft point stuff for deer and all that. Um, it hasn't been picky. It hasn't been picky with the 308 that I feed it, which I appreciate from Tika. Quality, man. And you've got one too. I just you just feed it and it runs. Consistency wise, though, definitely Norma, Hornaday, and Federal. I've seen some of the best performance out of through it as far as tight groupings and stuff, and all that. But yeah, it'll take just about anything I give it. Yeah, the Norma big game is good stuff. Even the Norma 308 tack honestly performs really well out of it too. I've shot a little bit out of that out of it too, although I usually try to keep it to hunting loads and stuff. But yeah, no, it's runs it fine. I enjoy it. I need to take it out again. I need to come see you, Predator Rifleman. I need to come see you, and we need to go do some long range shooting because there's only 2 ranges in my state that have a range that's like 1,000 or plus yards, and they're both members only. And the one that's closest to me, it's over a year wait list, and the yearly membership is ridiculously expensive, and you have to be voted in to be a member. It's a bullshit process, and you have to be an NRA member, which is bullshit. So, but sometimes I get to go there with one of my buddies who is a member, and I can go on the +1 guest for the day, so that's nice. But it's not often. I know you handle it. Your reloading setup is awesome, man. Bunch of the Norma out box stuff. Yeah, I think I've still got some Norma 308 tack. I don't think I shot through all that yet because I shoot it through my FAL too, the Norma tack, which they don't call it tack anymore. They rebranded it. Yeah, I will have to come down sometime. I know. Just got to figure out when. Whenever I have the free time for it, and the money, because it is tight right now. Everyone's feeling the hurt right now financially, that's for sure. And I'm still trying to buy land in a house right now because I'm still renting. I mean, I bounce around a lot for work, so I'm still trying to get my homestead now, and not a buyer's market right now. So waiting for things to go back to a normal, what was normal, at least for up here. But yeah, I got some trips planned that I need to make to come see a bunch of people. I'm going to be making a circuit. I'm going to probably end up looping down and around, go see 2 Alpha Solutions Jared over the Virginia, Pennsylvania area, and see some other people there. Make my way down to the Carolinas, in Florida, see some people, and then loop around the South through Georgia, Mississippi and all that, hit Texas, come up through Missouri and stuff. And then I need to go see Randall Grunt Proof at some point too. Militant Roots, you got 6 kids? Damn. I mean, I get it though. My dad's from a family of, he has 12 other siblings, so I get it. He's from a big family of 13. I get it, but yeah, very expensive. And I have a specialized diet too because of a toxic exposure injury, and I'm totally gluten intolerant now, not by choice. So I have to do gluten-free stuff too, which is fine. I do a lot of cooking at home and stuff anyway, so but it's just like certain things, like say the occasional frozen pizza, I have to get a gluten-free specific one now, and it costs like $3 more than a standard frozen pizza. So it's like it's bullshit because they're less ingredients most of the time. Militant Roots, one on the geez, congratulations to number 7. But damn, man, making franchises over there. Congrats, man. That's awesome. That's good stuff. What was messed up? The joke I made or the diet thing? Because yeah, the diet thing is screwed up. I did a whole video talking about my toxic exposure injury and like some of the systemics with it, and the recent PACT Act which expanded actual toxic exposure coverage for veterans, talking about how that has deficiencies still. So that's a big video that I did a while back on my channel as well. I have a lot of videos. There's definitely people need to go back and watch a lot of them because I've put a lot of stuff out already on a lot of things that I feel are worth watching. Otherwise, I wouldn't put them out if they're not worth it. Chicago, St. Louis, and Memphis are all shitholes. Yeah, they are. I've been all of them. I have an aunt in St. Louis. I was just in Memphis a couple of months back for a work job. Chicago, I used to live in Chicago, and I've been there for work job stuff too. And yeah, not great. Do not enjoy them. You don't have cable. Yeah, good. You don't need it. If you got the internet, what's the point? Memphis has the same crime numbers as St. Louis. Chicago has less than half the size. Yeah, no. I was just down there and not that long ago, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. It felt like some of the places I've been to in Central and South America. Very, I wouldn't say lawless because the police were very active at the time, but at the same time, it was just wild. Just wild. Milton Roots, nah, just that you had the exposure and the effects from it. Yeah. And in the description of that video, I have linked a couple of documentaries and other videos that talk about more in depth toxic exposures, Gulf War illness, which is part of the GWOT and stuff too. Is toxic exposure injuries there too, apart from burn pits and all that and all that. Yeah, that's one of those things. That's one of those sacrifices you make, I guess. Going into the military. Not that it's right, because it's not. And the military and the VA need to do right by taking care of their people after that. But it's just one of those things. Yeah, there's all kinds of root causes of it. I mean, you see what happens with what happened with the Camp Lejeune Marine Corps. Contaminated water too. You saw it happen with a number of things apart from a number of other toxic exposure stuff that's related to military service in general, or the risks that you can face in military service. Lost a couple people. Oh no. That's okay. It's about dinner time here. We got about 17 minutes left. And then I'm going to be having dinner myself here. UV Luminous. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Oh, yeah, what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you betcha. Yes, indeedy. Duke. Got backstrap in the oven, so I'm going to bounce. Oh, nice. Ooh, that'll be good. Anything on the TLD? Who's TLD? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by TLD. Live stream. Milton Roots, sir, 2006. Never went back after ATS, though. Had enough. Oh, no, I feel you. I was in 05 to 08. Got out on medical. Not by choice, but it is what it is. It just happened that way. It's all right. Make more money in contracting anyway. Thin Line Defense. I'm not familiar with them, Duke. I'll have to check them out. Practical Rifleman have venison sirloin for lunch today. Ooh, nice. Everyone's eating good. That's what I like to hear. I just killed off the rest of my Chipotle chicken stew that I made yesterday. 2 days worth in that crock pot, which is nice. Dinner's done. You're going to hop off. Hey, thanks for tuning in, brother. Practical Rifleman, thank you. You have a good one too, brother. Duke as well. Take care, brother. Enjoy that grub. BB, if it's going to be expensive, I'm going to eat it. Yeah, right? Yeah. Hell yeah. Metal up. That's for sure. Yeah, no, it's good. That's the thing. There's a really good taco place in town here. It's the best tacos I've had outside of Texas or Mexico. But it's expensive, man. Their prices are kind of ridiculous for the tacos, unless you eat in there during happy hour and then it's like half off. But Tier Pilot dinner time is 0344 there. Where are you again? 0344. Damn, where are you? Australia? Are you in the future? Milton Roots, Wifey Series dinner. Gotta catch you live. Yeah, hey, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. I do this like once a month, but then I'm bouncing into other live streams every once in a while too and all that. But yeah, I usually do at least 1 to 2 videos a week. I try to do 2, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Catch you around. Have a good one. BV Luminous, yeah, dude, go buy that stuff and make it myself with a ribeye or something. Yeah, no, exactly. Tier Pilot, 6-7ish hours in the future. Warner Bros. Future is better. Future. Well, it's funny, no, because like I got friends in like Europe and other places, and then of course work stuff and everything. So I'm talking to people all over, and yeah, a lot of my friends are, 7-8 hours ahead of me, as far as overseas and stuff. I get it. Viva Luminous or brisket. Oh man, brisket tacos, dude. Green chili chicken tacos. That's one of their specialties. Man, they're good. But they do a really good like a brisket carne taco too. They got some really other really good stuff. They got really good burritos, but it's Tex-Mex style stuff. It's good. Yeah. Take care, man. It's good stuff. And then there were 2 or 3. I don't know. I think this live counter of people that are actually tuned in is not accurate in the YouTube studio. It seems like, but yeah, BV, definitely give great like green chili chicken tacos a try sometime. Those are really good too. Or Chipotle chicken tacos, much like the stew, but in taco form. It's delicious, so good. Yeah, man. Yeah, again, the food culture, the food scene around here is really good. We got a lot of really good stuff. Really good. One of the best sushi places in all the Midwest is here too, because it's a sushi master chef from Japan, and then he's got a split of Japanese and Indonesian staff working under him, and it's just fresh. For being in the Midwest, it is fresh and it is good. Really good sushi. I usually eat that a couple of times a year, and like on my birthday. Anyone else who's still tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Also, if you haven't said anything in the chat, say hello, at least. Whatever. Yeah. Yep. Love my food. TR Pilot, if you want to check the actual delay, let's do a thing. Since you read loudly, we'll comment again when I hear you reading this part. so we can get a sense of the actual delay. So the chat is a 10-second delay, and then on top of that, I think it's somewhere between a 10 and 15-second delay. At least the typing chat, there's a 10-second delay, but the actual live feed, I think it's somewhere between 5 and 15 seconds. I'm not entirely sure how long it is. You trying to feed a random cat at the same time, BV? Well, that's cool. Cats are cool. Got 2 cats here. Pretty soon, sadly, it'll be 2 years since our other cat passed. Jasper, aka Buddy. He was my buddy. I actually have his paw print tattooed on my wrist. Dipped his paw in paint and piece of paper and took that to the tattoo artist to have him tattoo it. Yeah, he was great. He was great. I swear he was part dog. Like, come in through the front door, get home from work or whatever, he'd greet you like a dog. He was just a really good dude. He was a tough cat too. He had cancer, but he fought for a long time, and yeah, no, he was a good dude. The 2 cats got now they're sisters, Chi Chi, which some of you may have seen earlier, and then Woogie. They're sisters. They're both long hair mix. As Jinzy would say, he had that dog in him. No, yeah, he did. He did. He was a really cool cat. Really cool cat. We got maybe a new viewer or two. Hello, welcome. Say hello in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. I got about 10 minutes left in my live stream here. Been going for almost 2 hours, about 1:50 now. So I usually go for about 2 hours with these monthly live streams, Q&As and stuff. But say hello. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yeah. Yep, big animal fan. Love animals. Got a really cool zoo here in my area too, which is free actually. I mean, you can do donations stuff, but it's free to the public, which is cool. Nope, down to 1. Okay. It is what it is. Well, you know, I mean, I grew up around animals, so of all kinds: dogs, cats, horses. Family friends have an ostrich and emu farm, which is interesting. And then being out in the woods and stuff, all kinds of wildlife and everything. Your back hurts. Mine kind of hurts today too. It's the air pressure outside. All these people say that it's a wives' tale about your joints and your bones hurting when the weather changes. Nah, it's real. It's real. Literal air pressure is changing as well as the humidity and everything else. Like, yeah, my back's a little stiff today too. I still have 3 compressed discs in my back, so I feel it. Tier Pilot didn't necessarily grow up with animals. Parents did a great job, and loved and cared for animals since you were a little gremlin. Yeah, right on, man. Raised right like that. Respect nature, but also you know, responsibility in taking care of animals and stuff, and just having that respect and love for them and stuff. Yeah, it's goes a long way. I'm a big animal fan. So. Camera went a little wonky there. BV always had an easy time with all animals. Yeah, same. Animals like me. I get this red beard, sometimes I'll go to the zoo and just hang out with the orangutans for a bit. They like me. River otters like me too. They're great. I like otters. Even hunting, oddly enough. Yeah. Oh yeah. There too, yeah. Pretty good shot. I'm a good shot too. So it's goes well with hunting. Pick and choose. Always a deer when you needed it. Nice. Yeah, TR. Orangutans are extraordinarily chill a lot of the time. They're cool, smart, very cool animals. You just go and just sit and just kind of hang out with them, Yeah, they get along. They get along well with me. I think there's something to be said too about men with facial hair and animals. Generally, it seems like animals tend to connect with men with facial hair more than men without facial hair, just in general. I kind of noticed that too. I think that's a good thing. So, grow your beards. And talking about painting. Do I have any paintings in the works? Not anything right now, but I do still have a bunch of blank canvases and gesso boards and stuff. So I just do paintings kind of whenever. Um, a lot of the time I'll do them as gifts for people, but I do have some for sale. Through two of my Bandcamp for my bands and stuff, but you sell merch on physical merch on Bandcamp. So Eldarion, which is my Tolkien atmospheric epic black metal kind of project. There are some paintings for sale in the merch section of that Bandcamp, and then Bani, Bani. That's my like Nordic tribal folk world music kind of project. I think I have a painting or two for sale on there as well. So that's where I retail any of them that I decide I'm going to sell. Otherwise, I do them for people as gifts or whatever. But I want to do some more for retail or to maybe put on an exhibit or contribute to an exhibit at some point, local thing or something. That would be pretty cool. But it's just whenever I have time and feel like doing them. So, but I've got plenty of supplies here to do some more. So yeah, at some point I'll do some more. Yeah. Beaver Luminous was at a garage sale in California. His lady's dog was barking at everyone, so he got down with him. Was looking at my face. Said, "I've never seen anything like that before." Dog goes, after everyone had told her all animals are mine, my responsibility, my friends, little best friends. Yeah, animals are my friends. Exactly. I get along with animals. Yeah. The only time I didn't get along with an animal, and it wasn't even my fault, it was Halloween. So I was in a costume. I was a kid. I was in a costume. And one of my neighbors had a retired police canine. So, kid in a costume with a mask on comes running up to the door. The dog just instinctively bit my hand, but it wasn't bad. I had a couple of scars on my hand from that, but it wasn't bad, and hasn't changed my perspective on animals at all. So, this is the only bad incident like that I've ever had with an animal, and I still love dogs and animals, so it was an accident, whatever. King of the animal kingdom. Yeah. BV, from now on I'm calling you Tarzan. That's your new nickname, Tarzan. One of the reasons created, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Be one with nature. Been known as Wild Man before? Okay. All right. It's either call you Grizzly Adams or Tarzan. I'm leaning towards Tarzan. That's gonna be your call sign for me. My call sign for you is Tarzan. I figure you'd be okay with that. That's good stuff. Got about a minute left here, so in the live. So start rounding it out here. So if anyone has any final questions or anything or any of that, fire away. That's pop. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was swinging from vines would mess a lot of people up. I agree. But rope swings off a rope swing into a lake. It's not bad. It's not bad. Maybe one before the truck. May you share a drawing you did a few days ago if it's okay. Oh, is it like? Do you have like a link to it or? Well, freaking or make a community post on your channel or something or yeah, I don't know how you would show it to me. Yeah. What YouTube community tab? Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see it, man. That'd be great. Always appreciate art, man. Hell yeah. And with that, that's a good way to round it out. For the two gents that are still here, and everyone else who has and will tune in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate all of the great questions that we had tonight. So it was fun as always. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it was fun as always. I appreciate these. Everyone always has great questions and things to bring for conversation. So it's a good time. So thanks again, everyone. I appreciate everyone. And metal up. Out.